All right, start it. So we got the cam, we got it looped up. We had to do it a different way than pulling that out. So I got my help here. We're gonna lift the condenser. Oh. You're just gonna have to work it in kind of slow. Pick it up and wiggle it every now and then, because the cam journals need to line up with the cam bearings.
Sometimes you gotta turn the cam. Let's set this down. Sometimes you'll have to turn the camshaft as you install it.
Coming up on the last journal there.
Turn it.
Bam. Get the cam bolt.
Where is it?
It's stuck on that last journal. It's another cam. It's on the table over there in the box. So when we go to put this back together, I'll kind of show you how we did it. I don't recommend doing it like this, but it is the easier way to do it. So right now we're having an issue, or I think we're hitting on the back cam journal, but it's kind of hard to lift it up. So I'm gonna put the old cam bolt in it to try to leverage it. We're putting in the GPI Ss3. I had this in my black car, my old Gen 5 LT. And this cam is actually bigger. So, oh man, it didn't even really help me. There we go. Look right there.
What you need is usually, there you go.
All right, on to the next step. So LSs are pretty nice here. Before you remove the cam, you're just going to stick the cam bolt in there, spin the cam a couple times to push the lifters up to the trays. They've got these little slots here. You can stick some long rods in here and it'll stop the lifters from falling down into the motor. And it'll be real easy to help you take your time pulling your cam and putting your new cam in.
But you gotta spin the cam fairly quick to push all the lifters up, and then stick your rods in, and then you can remove the cam. And then wait till you get your other one all installed before you take the rods out.
This is where we did it the ghetto way. You may have to stab the camshaft a couple times. It's very important to have those marks lined up.
I got it off. Is the cam pretty close to where it needs to be?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Okay.
This is the ghetto part. Those markings have to be 12 and 6. If they're 1 to 2 degrees off, you'll mess your motor up. You have to be sure. This is just going to take some time. Just going to have to finagle it off and on. Unless you want to drop the oil pan, just going to have to take some time here. You just got to be certain. When we get it on there lined up, we'll show you what it looks like. All right, we've got the new camshaft, everything all set up, bolted on, torqued. We did not drop the oil pan. I loosened it. They say you have to take the pickup tube off and all that. We didn't do it.
Bro.
You don't have to, but it's very crucial that when you put your cam and crank sprocket back together, I can't really see it shining from the top. There you go. Those markings have to be lined up at 6 and 12. You don't even have to drop the oil pan or nothing. We tried to take the gears out. They said you could do that. Yeah, wrong. So you want to save time, you don't have to drop the oil pan until you have to loosen it Just
don't take the oil pump apart.
Yeah, don't take the oil pump apart either. But just take your time. You may have to stab the cam sprocket a couple times. As long as you're lined up at TDC, you should be good. So, moving forward. All right, guys, moving forward. We got the timing cover off here. We just dropped the old seal. Got the old seal out. We just kind of hammered it out with a screwdriver and a hammer from the backside. Just lightly tapped it in here from the front. Now, I've got the water pump gaskets removed. I'm ready to put the timing cover on. I'm just going to try to clean up these edges here with some brake cleaner, some napkins. Once we get that cleaned up, new timing cover gasket on. I'm going to put the timing cover back on. Okay guys, I cleaned up the this side too. A little bit of Scotch-Brite on some spots that looked rough. Pretty much the same way we took it off. We're just gonna have to kind of get it behind that alternator bracket. I'm gonna slide it out a little bit. I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and put it on there at the same time, but I've got the gasket on one bolt, so we'll get it on there and let you guys look at it. Okay, so we got the front timing cover on. It's all torqued down. We got the sensor bracket and everything hooked back up. I'm gonna toss on the alternator here. During the video process of the reinstall, I'm just gonna show torque specs before we do things, so I don't have to keep saying it. So just be aware of that. Next, we're gonna throw up the alternator. Have not made an update video in a second. We got pretty far in the install, or the reinstall. So we got the balancer back on. That belt there, pain in the ass. You had to walk that on with the crank, so that was kind of a pain in the butt. To get the harmonic balancer torqued and on there, I'll show you guys what we used. AutoZone, they'll have like a harmonic balancer installer. You will need this to put that on there. The balancer bolts are not long enough to grab thread. To torque this, oh my god, it's a pain in the ass. It's like 240 foot-pounds, and then there's a couple other steps. But to be able to torque it to 240 foot-pounds, manual, automatic, I thought the manual in gear would have been fine. This is a tool I don't think you'll be able to buy at auto parts. This is a flywheel lockout. So your starter has teeth in it like this. That's what rolls your flywheel to start the car. So you have to take the starter out, which is fairly simple on this car. I'll go down there and show you guys what to do. But you got to pull it out of the way and just bolt this up there into the teeth, and then you'll be able to torque your balancer. But yeah, pretty much we've just done that, and then we just started reinstalling. So got the water pump on there with the new gaskets. Those are torqued. Balancer's on there. Right now we're doing the valve springs. Well, he's doing the valve springs. I'm about to get down there, wipe the bottom up, and show you guys what that flywheel tool you have to do. Yep, to pull the starter out, there's two 8mm on the shield, and there's one up here, 8mm on the shield, and then it's two 13mm right there. Once you take the shield off, those two bolts out, all I did was pull the starter forward, and it kind of just set right here on this frame, and then I was able to hook that flywheel lockout tool in there. So right now I'm just going to wipe everything down, and I'm going to go up top and finish everything up top. All right, so the last set of springs here. To pretty much roll the motor over at all, automatic or manual, you're going to have to remove the spark plugs, but you can do, we were using a bungee cord. You can use pretty much any kind of rope or bungee cord. We cut it. If you even have like a distributor wire or something, you can shove it in there. We're shoving that in there and rolling the motor over till the bungee cord is up against the bottom of the valves here to keep the valves from dropping. You drop those, it's gonna be a fun time. So, got our little handy dandy $20 Amazon, like hello something else valve spring changer. Not the greatest. We've had to modify it a bit, but I mean it gets the job done. We're gonna mount it right there to the rocker stand. So I'm gonna put it up there and show you guys real quick what that looks like. Helper number 2. So we got the valve spring compressor on there. We've got our own custom shims, you know, just a couple of bolts, or sorry, a couple of nuts. You're gonna tighten that down. You may or may not need to pop the keepers loose. So let me go ahead and tighten it down a little bit and just pop a keeper. See if I can't pop this loose here. See, you gotta hit it a couple times, then the keepers will kind of pop up. There we go. Both sides are popped up. So now we're gonna go ahead and tighten it the rest of the way down, take the keepers out. We're gonna go ahead and swap in the new springs. Let's do a little quick video on how to get these keepers out, just to be certain. You're going to have to use a magnet. It's the easiest way to get them out. I got a little magnet from Riley. You're going to want to cover up any hole that these can go down. I even have one right there. I probably need to cover that up, but I think my magnet will hold it. So you grab it out, magnet. And that's basically what you gotta do for the keepers. We're gonna go back into the other one. Got them out. Now we're gonna put the new springs on. We're gonna take those ones off. We have to remove these old valve seals. Pop them up with a pair of pliers. And got the new seals and locators over here. Okie dokie. So we got the valve seats or locators. This is a Brian Tooley kit here. Some of these will come with shims. I believe the shims will be installed first. Mine did not come with shims. So valve seat. Valve seat. The new seals are, they're not going to go all the way down. So literally just going to push them on pretty much as far as you can with your hands. They're not going to go all the way down. We got the new springs, 660 dual valve springs. Put that one on. Oop. Came out. Got the dual valve springs on there. Now we've got the valve spring retainers. They're going to look like this. This is the top. This is the bottom. Gonna sit on the spring. Sorry, I got this wiring harness in the way. It's gonna sit on the spring. I guess the kit I ordered did not have titanium retainers. I had the steel ones. I don't think it'll be a huge problem. But yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and tighten it back down. I'm gonna show you guys how to put the keepers in place. Okay, I'm gonna try to be very careful doing this. This is a keeper. The valves have little lips on them just like that. Top, bottom goes in like that. You're gonna just slide it around the keeper or the valve. It should look something like this. Just gotta hold that one up as it comes up. So just slide them around, work them around. They're not going to be perfect every time. All right, so I got them in. They're lined up. Now I just got to ratchet it off. Make sure that they don't pop out on you as you're going back. Some of the times they don't always seat correctly. Those ones in the back, I had to do that like 3 times. All right, I think we're good because we're pretty much loose here. So, looks good. Looks good. So, now we'll be on to the next step and we'll probably pick this up tomorrow. All right, so we got the rocker arms on and torqued down on both sides. You put these on, you just kind of want to make sure they're centered over the valves. So hopefully when you took them off, you kind of left them in the same order that they came off in. Because these are angled differently. Some are straight, some are angled. But as long as you get them just centered in the valve, should be good to go. Can't remember where we left off, but we got the coil pack brackets on there, all the wiring hooked up. Spark plugs in, anti-seize on the spark plugs, plug wires all hooked up. Now the last things we got to do is radiator fans and hoses and fill it with fluids. All right, just top the oil off. Got the radiator in, the fan in, the condenser in, all of it's in, all the hoses hooked up. Gonna put the tensioner on for the belt, fill it up with fluid, throttle body intake. I think that's it.